Hey, 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 hey. Hey, what is up? What is up? We are back and we are black. Hey, this goes out to all my niggas that's out there hustling, trying to find a way in this crisis. This Today is a special day. I'm your boy Warren G, that plays the beat, been clowning sucker free since 2003. This is the No I Don't Know TV series, podcast, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. Whatever the fuck it is. You know, shout out to all my niggas that's out there trying to still fuck a bitch, even though you know she got COVID-19 on them pussy lips. Or not even on her pussy lips. She just got COVID-19, period. And you like, shit, I'm just strapping Jimmy on, nigga. Shout out to all my bitches that's out there auctioning off that pussy hole. I know what bitches is doing. They like, can I get 45, yep. 55, pussy, yep. 65 for that pussy, yep. 75 for that pussy, yep. 85, yep. Already know what they doing. Shout out to all my pimps that's losing money right now. God damn. Pimps up, hoes down type shit. God damn. Oh, y'all niggas is going through it. Turn this shit down. Hey. Man, it's a lot of shit going on, man. Sorry I wasn't able to. Normally I do a back-to-back during the week, man, but I've been working, getting at that corporate plantation all day, every day. That shit is no joke. Got me tired and feeling under the weather too, but nah, nigga, not no COVID-19 shit. That's why nigga just got done drinking this turmeric tea with raw honey. Got my lemon water right here. Take my 1,000 milligram vitamin C and E and all my other vitamins and a golden seal. And drank some elderberry tea this morning. Just been tired, man. You know, man, shout out to all the grocery store workers that's out there working from sunrise to sunset. Man, shout out to everybody. Give yourselves a hand. If you're at the Court Plantation and on this weekend, or you working on the weekend, man, I give you much props and respect, because that shit is not easy. But man, sorry about that. Man, I'll tell you one thing. It's so funny how the weather keeps going back and forth. It went from 80 degrees, 70 degrees. You're like, okay, it's about to go to spring. Then it's going to hit us with the 100-degree weather. Then it dropped back down to 40 degrees out here. And I'm like, damn. That's why a nigga voice start getting hoarse. And I'm like, feeling under the weather. And I'm like, damn, because when that first corona shit hit, that shit wasn't bothering me at all. Because I'm like, well, it's about to get hot now. So you can't have no pandemic. But if they're seeding the clouds, who knows what the fuck they can do. Man, there's so much shit going on. They keep plastering all over every celebrity who has it. Then they showing you certain people who died. They keep saying they died from complications of the corona, COVID-19, and all this other stuff. What they're about to do is create what is called a digital currency, a FRD chip, FRID chip, if I'm not mistaken. I was looking it up. I was reading on that shit. I was looking that up right now. FRID or FIRD, I think. FID. Let's see. I'm looking at the shit up right now. Yeah. Okay, here it goes. Everything you need to know before getting that RFID implant. I think that's what it is. It's going to be just like when you chip your dog, and it's going to be your digital currency, because I think they're going to crash the dollar. I've been saying this all along. Now's the time to make your move. They're going to transfer whatever money you do have over to the digital currency. But now's the time to start buying up the stock and figuring out what you're going to do. Now's not the time to panic. Radio frequency identification. That's what it's called. RFID. Let me see. RFID chip is very similar to a barcode label, as it is also typically works with a scanner or reader. Although it has a wider scope, you can use it for almost everything. Clothes, shoes, vehicles, animals, and even people. RFID chips as luggage tags make sure that your suitcase arrives where it's supposed to go. I'm telling you, this is just what I think. I think they're pushing us towards this. People don't even understand that Bill Gates was already doing a pandemic training last year. And then when they got out there, it's like, oh, we just do this every year. I highly doubt they do it every year. Then all of a sudden, they're pushing this census on social media. The last time they was asking about a census was 10 years ago when the economy tanked. It's so funny how the census does it every 10 years and is right in course with the economy tanking. Don't nobody's find that a little bit odd? And then now different people are running out of supplies. Like, we're running out of supplies out here in Vegas. They run out of medical supplies. They're not going to be able to sustain. Shout out to all the workers, the DoorDash workers, the Uber drivers, me, everybody else that I know, family members that's working. A lot of family members that's going to work every day, risking their lives, risking their family lives. They're not getting no pat on the back, no nothing. That's because a lot of the times, I think we forget the common man who has to get up and still go work at that corporate plantation while they done quarantine everybody else. It's going to get to the fact where they're going to start shutting cities down. That's why I was reading this article about Bill Gates, and he's talking about, what he says that the U.S. should shut down the entire country for a short period of time to control the spread of the coronavirus and predict that the number of cases will peak in late April. So if he's saying the cases, let me see if I get a video of this. I'm going to play this. Let me see if it'll play. Let's see.
Well, the good news is that China did their shutdown.
Now that's Bill Gates talking.
And they did it. And after a 6-week period of a shutdown that's more extreme than even the best states in the United States are likely to do, they were able to start opening up again. And the total number of cases there is very, very.
The first thing I want to add is, why the fuck are we asking Bill Gates? Nigga, you're a coder. Do you go to a dentist when you break your leg? Why are we even asking him?
Small. So that's very good news. And as people are developing models, they look at that Chinese data, they look at how the South Korean numbers have gotten under control. So we're entering into a tough period that if we do it right, we'll only have to do it once for 6 to 10 weeks. But we have to do it, it has to be the whole country. We have to raise the level of testing and the prioritization of that testing quite dramatically.
So we got to raise the level of testing. So, Mr. Gates, when do you plan on getting tested?
In order to make sure we go through one shutdown so that we take the medical problem and really stop it before there's a large number of deaths, we do then get an economic problem, which is why you want to minimize the amount of time. And having states go at different things or thinking you can do it county by county, that will not work. The cases will be exponentially growing anywhere you don't have a serious shutdown.
So even in...
Now, y'all notice he said the cases are going to keep growing if you don't shut it down. Now, why is it when we shut down, the economy shuts down, but Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all these billionaires, they don't lose no money. We can act like they lose money, but they really don't lose no money. And you saying that because in Agenda 21 theory, it's a one world government. So we're going to shut it down. So to me, in my opinion, whatever we give you as a solution, you'll be like, oh, thank you, master. You're a wonderful master. Thank you.
Folks look, people who want sort of county by county or say, you know, let's get back online faster, say, well, look, in some states there's less than 200 cases. In many states there's less than 200 cases right now. You're saying even in those states, the same kind of shutdown needs to occur?
Well, let's say you have 100 cases, and let's say...
Now, again, why are we asking Bill Gates, who's a coder, who builds computers, who has no medical knowledge whatsoever, you're not in the Pentagon, you're not in special forces, you have no type of training outside of building computers, but we asking him what he think we should do state by state? You don't work for the government, so why are we asking him? Y'all notice, then they got Sanjay Gupta or whatever, who was in Contagion, running a script. See, these are all scripts. See, they just trying to usher in what the fuck they want. And since we look at Bill Gates as God, you know, he's our God because, you know, he builds computers. He's not responsible for childbirth. He's not responsible for the creation of human pathology. He's not responsible for anything that has to do with human DNA. He's responsible for building computers, but we asking him.
You don't do a shutdown, then it grows 33% per day.
You notice that if we don't do a shutdown. Now, if you notice, they shut it down now. They're telling you about to get some stimulus checks, but he's saying late into April. So that lets, and then the stimulus checks ain't coming until May. So if that's the case, how long is the shutdown going to be? And why are they not answering this question? Why are we talking to him?
So you take 100, you get 1,000, you get 10,000. It's exponential growth. If you're not stopping it, the sooner you engage in the shutdown, the easier it is to get to that peak. We have not peaked. The parts of the country that aren't shut down, in late April, we should start to see the numbers peak there. They'll still be too high to open up. So you'll probably have to go another month to really get those numbers.
So Bill Gates is saying that we're going to be shut down for 2 or 3 months, the whole country. That's what he's basically saying.
Down. But any part of the country that has cases, and truthfully, because of our problems with testing, because we're not prioritizing testing.
Our problems with testing? But the question is, Bill, when do you and your children, your family plan to get tested? How do we not know what's going on with y'all? The first thing he should be saying is, I just got tested. Here's my results. My family just got tested. But you want everybody else to go get the test. Didn't your doctor say that you never gave any of your children those vaccinations that you push in Africa, but you want everybody else to take them?
The right way, that a lot of those places actually do have cases. But even if they have the 100, that will grow, and people do cross county boundaries. And so basically the whole country needs to do what was done in the part of China where they had these infections.
So basically, what's going on? Let me turn this on. Turn that shit off before they start talking about some other shit. Turn this music back on. So let me give y'all the translation. Translation is this. It's about to get real ignorant, real ugly. It's about to get real stupid out here. And while niggas is running around, as I said before, acting like this shit don't affect them, the states, state by state and city by city, is about to shut down. They're about to drown the economy. That's why go into stock. That stock jumped for a minute, but it's gonna fall to the fucking ground. Because they're taking so late, they're taking so much time to put these cases out, and then we don't even know if these cases are real. We don't even know who's getting tested, and then how do you know the test? Because what if you just have the flu? Still flu season. So what if you have the flu? So you could just have the regular flu. What if you have sinuses? What if you have a cold? What if it turns into pneumonia? You don't know. I feel like they're grouping every fucking illness and grouping to be like, oh yeah, he died because of COVID-19. And then if they plaster them, if you keep telling a lie enough times and putting it everywhere, it'll become the truth. People believe it. See, I often look at the government like finessers, the great finessers. As old boy said on Growing Up Hip Hop, finesser of the year. Finesse of the years. This is a finesse. Then dumbass motherfucker, I was reading this article where motherfuckers, look, you know only thing you're supposed to be flushing down your toilet is toilet tissue and not paper towels and all this other shit. And they know dumbass motherfuckers gonna do that. Then they know, guess what's gonna happen? Now you gotta call a plumber. Now how the fuck you gonna pay for a plumber when you're not even working? If you live out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, niggas already know it's real on the field. I'll tell you right now, you know, I'm very thankful for the people that still are able to have they corporate plantation jobs, because damn, well, how else are you gonna pay your bills? I really feel bad, and shout out to everybody that ain't able to go to work, is not able to provide for their families. But see, let this be a lesson to all of us. This is what is orchestrated. If JP fucking Morgan would organize and be the architect behind the Panic of 1907, then what do you think that regular people are capable of doing? I think that, I really think that we don't give people enough credit. And the reason why I say that is because let me see, 1907. Thank you. If you Google Panic of 1907, JP Morgan's name is attached to it. Let's look. The Panic of 1907, also known as the 1907 Bankers' Panic or Knickerbocker Crisis, was a financial crisis that took place in the United States over 3-week periods starting in mid-October when the New York Stock Exchange fell almost 50% from its peak the previous year. Panic occurred as this was during a time of economic recession, and there were numerous runs on banks and trust companies. The 1907 panic eventually spread throughout the nation when many state and local banks and businesses entered bankruptcy. Primary cause of the run included a retraction of market liquidity by a number of New York City banks and a loss of confidence among depositors. Exacerbated by unregulated side bets at bucket shops, the panic was triggered by the failed attempt in October 1907 to corner the market on stock of the United Copper Company. The panic might have deemed it not for the intervention of financier J.P. Morgan, who pledged large sums of his own money and convinced other New York bankers to do the same, to shore up the banking system. This highlighted the impotence of the nation's independent treasury system, which managed the nation's money supply, yet was unable to inject liquidity back into the market. By November, the financial contagion had largely ended, only to be replaced by a further crisis. This was due to the heavy borrowing of a large brokerage firm that used the stock of Tennessee Coal, Iron, and Railroad Company, TC&I, as collateral. Collapse of TCI's stock price was averted by an emergency takeover by Morgan's U.S. Steel Corporation. I got that stock, by the way. A move approved by anti-monopolist President Theodore Roosevelt the following year. Senator Nelson W. Aldrich, father-in-law of John D. Rockefeller Jr., established a commission to investigate the crisis and propose future solutions, leading to the creation of the Federal Reserve. Basically, all that jargon was JP Morgan and his buddies knew that they could create doubt amongst the people by crashing the stock and making it fall by 50%. Because when you are in control of some shit, you control the narrative. Then after they controlled it, they put their money back into it. Then they saw another corporation going, and they said, okay, well, we'll just buy it, which is U.S. Steel. I got that stock, by the way. It's cheap as fuck. Let's look up the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve System is also known as the Federal Reserve, or simple the Fed, the central banking system of the United States of America. It was created on December 23rd, 1913, after the Panic of 1907, with the enactment of the Federal Reserve Act after a series of financial panics, particularly the Panic of 1907. What did I just tell y'all? Led to the desire of the central control of the monetary system in order to alleviate financial crisis. Over the years, events such as the Great Depression in the 1930s and the Great Recession during the 2000s have led to the expansion of the roles and responsibilities of the Federal Reserve System. Exactly. So I'm telling y'all right now that Bill Gates, and they know what they're doing. This is all a game, and they know what they're doing. They're gonna crash the system. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. And while this shit is going on, they had a badass tornado in Jonesboro, Arkansas. That shit was real bad. Like, goddamn. I mean, damn. This shit is crazy. And you got all this shit going on at one time, and it's like, all I can tell y'all is now's the time to make moves, man. Now's the time to make moves. Now's the time to get your financials in order. Now's not the time to be going out and trying to kick it and still meet up. If you have your corporate plantation job, be thankful. Get your ass up and go to work. Because on payday, for real, that shit gonna hurt. So with all this being said and all the things that I've read, that should let y'all know right then and there, this shit is gonna go a lot longer than they got y'all thinking. I'm willing to bet that Steve Sisolak is going to extend the lockdown another month. So it's gonna go from April 16th probably till May 16th. Almost the summer. And with that being said, you will see the stock plummet. And then once you see the stock plummet, that's when you're gonna see a lot of these jobs start to lay off people. They're not gonna be able to afford to pay people. You can't pay people and keep people employed and you're not getting no revenue, which means loss of insurance, which means loss of benefits, loss of your 401k, loss of whatever stock you have, loss of you being able to go to the medical doctor. Now you're even more susceptible to getting that damn COVID-19. Now you can't go to the doctor. No, that's why you better depend on your motherfucking self. You better go get them Layla Africa books. You better go look up Tahuti Ma'at Ra. You better go check out Freedom Paper Company. Get you some toilet tissue from there. You better go look at blackandnoble.com and get you some of that sea moss. I've been drinking that. I drank that like 4 days in a row. I'll probably have some tomorrow when I get off work. The Corporate Plantation. Hey, for all those people that are not, and you're not going to Corporate Plantation and you desperately need a job, Albertsons is hiring, Smith's is hiring. This is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Winco is hiring, Lowe's is hiring, Home Depot is hiring. I say this all the time. You better work a job that's a necessity. That panic of 1907 was real. People think this shit is for play. I think people don't give these wickedly brilliant people in charge enough credit. I think you think that they for you. No, they're for them. This is population control. There's too many people on this planet. But we don't think that because we think, no. That's why people dropping dead. It ain't dropping dead because of the goddamn COVID-19 virus. A lot of people dropping dead because of the shit that we eat. And let me tell you, I'm not the most healthy eater. Let me tell you, I was a fast food connoisseur. I love In-N-Out. I love Applebee's. I love Wendy's. I love McDonald's. Not McDonald's, but McDonald's. I love Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is my favorite. You gonna tell me Burger King? All that. I'm eating it all. But I know as I was eating it all, eating ice cream, eating all this, drinking milk, my stomach can handle it. Mucusy all the time. Always getting sick. Now I know. And it is hard because the stuff tastes good. Your palate is so used and conditioned to that. See, that's social engineering. See, if you grow up eating the swine, then you think it's good for you. When in actuality, the swine is not good for you at all. But we think, and we've been conditioned that these type of foods that they put in front of us is good for us. I never seen so many people die of colon cancer and get this shit and stomach and you gotta go to the gastroenterologist and all this. They know what the fuck is going on. You better get you some mushrooms in your life, some asparagus in your life, some string beans. You better get you some sea moss, some raw lemons and drink that and some spring water. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, y'all dumbass niggas better get y'all ass on that stock goddamn market and start buying up all that shit while the shit is cheap. Let it fall to the ground. Get that weed stock, get all that shit. As E40 says, history repeats itself, but opportunities don't. Let me tell you something. I've had a lot of opportunities and I have not capitalized on them. Now's the time to capitalize. Don't be no suck ass nigga and be sitting around listening to everybody else. Oh man, fuck the stock. Niggas always got some shit to say about some shit they don't know. That's because it's ignorance and it's insecurity. If you don't know about it, you're gonna talk shit about it until you find out what it's about. That's like a motherfucker telling you that they way is the right way to heaven, and you tell them about E5, and they're like, oh, no. That's devil religion. And you're like, man, what? Well, how do I not know that this way? And that's the thing, because what you don't know, you're going to talk about. That ain't a good thing. Tell motherfuckers all the time, you better go get that motherfucking stock. You better go check it out. Right now, while you have the time and you have the energy and you have a little bit of money, if you don't, you like, oh, I ain't got no money. Woo, woo, woo. You know, I bet y'all niggas got money for liquor and weed. I bet you that. Hold on. I'm telling you, that you had a lot. Then you had a lot of. To me, I just think you had a lot of people out here. They think this is a game. I think a lot of people think that this is for play. And a lot of people think that, oh, the government gonna make it where we good. Nigga, there ain't even enough supplies to make sure you good. What you talking about? What are you talking about? Steve Sisolak said it wasn't enough supplies. They running out of supplies. Let's see who else. Because I'm reading it right now. Hold on, let's see. In front of a nation's audience this weekend, Governor Steve Sisolak addressed issues getting supplies from the federal government for healthcare workers in Nevada to adequately fight the sweeping coronavirus pandemic. Sisolak said the state needs test kits, personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, and ventilators, but requests have often gone unfilled by the federal government. Y'all don't think this is by design? If y'all don't think this is by design, y'all crazy. Here, let's see. You're going to play.
700 coronavirus cases in Nevada. The cases jumped from 621 to 738. There were also 4 new deaths announced in Clark County. A total of 14 people have died statewide because of the virus. And we're now getting an inside look at the supplies stored in Nevada to effectively fight the coronavirus. Governor Sisolak says it's not enough. 13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey is live now
it's not
near the
enough.
Strip to break down the need. Sean.
Yeah, Nina, the Strip's darkness is symbolic of the major problem that we all now face, and the race is on to get the necessary supplies to meet that threat head on. In an interview with CNN's Don Lemon, and Governor Steve Sisolak says that he has been on the phone with the federal government every day trying to get aid. He says that they have made 4 requests for coronavirus testing kits and received none. We are on an indefinite backlog, and the only kits are coming from private donations and private labs purchasing their own. With protective gear for healthcare professionals, Nevada has received a quarter of its requests, and again, donations have come through in a big way. For ventilators to keep people breathing, Sisolak says that he is competing with much larger states, and the competition is hard to overcome.
You know, you're talking 30, 40,000 ventilators. I have 838 ventilators in the state of Nevada. That's what we have. 40% of them are in use right now. We watch this every single day. How many of our ventilators are in use? I hope I don't get to where I've got 100% usage, but that day could potentially come.
If that day does come, doctors could be forced to decide between who gets life-saving treatment and who doesn't. Sisolak says his #1 job now is saving lives, so he is once again urging people to stay home to help save lives and the healthcare industry. Governor Steve Sisolak says that he continues to talk to the federal government to try and get more supplies each and every day. We will see how that plays out in the coming days. Sean Delancey, 13 Action News.
Now, y'all just heard that. Now, this, if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, that's what's going on. The governor just basically said, we ain't getting no supply. Nigga, the federal government don't give a fuck about y'all. The federal government don't care about nobody. This is what deaf, dumb, and blind people get in a lot of ways for putting your total trust in immoral people. You're expecting immoral people to have a moral compass for the commoner. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem that I have with people that I encounter. Where's your mask at? Clown is for people that have it, so they don't spread it. If you don't have it, you walk around with a mask, You're just as looking like Sub-Zero and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Nigga, you still susceptible to getting it anyway, clown. You might as well do like the government said and quarantine your ass and stay your black ass at home. Not be fucking walking around with a mask thinking, well, I can go around because, you know, I got the mask on. Don't let these people push this agenda up on you. That mask ain't gonna help you with shit. No, this is what's gonna help. Lemon water. That's what's gonna help. Turmeric tea with lemon and raw honey. Elderberry tea. Anise tea. Soursop tea. Moringa tea. That's the shit that's gonna help you. All this other shit is not helping shit. The proper vitamins and nutrition and sea moss and all the stuff that you should have been getting a long time ago and stocking up on. Almond milk. See, because why would you drink milk, regular milk from a cow? That's pus. That's what you drink. That's for baby calves. That's not for you. When you are a baby nursing, they don't take you off your mama's titty and put you on the cow titty, do they? No, they don't. That's inhumane. They don't take you off your mama's titty and put you on a dog titty, do they? No, they put you on your mama's titty. Breast pumps are for human. Guilty of it too, because I love cheese. Cheese is the most hardest thing for me to give up. It's cheese. I love cheese. The meat is easy. I don't have to eat no chicken. I don't have to eat no meat. I'm good. But the cheese is hard for me to give up. And a little bit of dairy, like the mayo, the mustard. Well, mustard, the mustard I get doesn't have that in there. It's very difficult. It's a lifestyle. It's very hard to do. But I'll tell you one thing that ain't hard to do is you ain't got to go eat no red meat. Now, why would you want to go eat stinky red meat and you know what the fuck is going on right now? That's all it's going to do is decompose in your body. With all the hormones and chemicals that's in that shit. But we think the government is for us. That's what be tripping me out. I'm like, nigga, the government is not for you. When you watch the news, watch it subjectively. You know, and just listen to it and be like, yeah, that's some bullshit. Because I would say 90% of the shit that they say on the news is falsified advertisement and a false narrative. And then I would say about 5% of it may have a half-truth of it, and then the other 5% of it is just bullshit. Feeding your mind bullshit. I'm telling you. And one of the, I think one of the Total Wines got fined out here too, because they kept their doors open talking about they're in essential business. Man, the mayor of Las Vegas was basically like, well, can we still keep downtown open? Like, basically, hell yeah, people turn to farming. You damn right. Because it's a farm out here right now. There's a couple of farms out here where I bet you motherfuckers going to be going and buying their groceries there. I bet you they are. People turn to the Las Vegas farm for food during coronavirus. All the panic buying and hoarding we've seen has forced people to get creative and look beyond the long lines at grocery stores for supply. Some find what they need online. Others are going offline to the farm. Investigates take us to Las Vegas farm to see how they're filling a need while also struggling to survive. Yep, Grand Teton in Buffalo, Centennial 89131. Everybody be talking shit about the farm and I wouldn't go there and all that. I bet you niggas going there to get their eggs and shit now. I bet you gonna start appreciating these farms and these animals and shit now. That's what y'all get. Motherfuckers don't get it though. And the reason why is because we put our trust in immoral people. Man, just some of the things that you see. Bill Gates had already been running this practice drill on a pandemic that might come in the future. You ran it that close to this coronavirus. You running it in October. When did the coronavirus start getting bubbling? January, December, January, got bubbling. So you already saw this shit coming. So you basically, this shit is all theater to me. Everything that y'all see, don't believe it, because it's all fucking theater. It's all theater. And that look, this is the reason why, like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we need to get back to farming, growing our own food. Now this basically is making me be like, okay, I need to move. I need to get me some land. I need to learn how to cultivate the land and farm. This is the shit that irritates me because in a time like this, if I needed eggs and bacon and all that other shit, I go out there in my farm and get it. I ain't got to be worried about running to the goddamn grocery store because that's how so dependent we are on them. I want to live next to a water well where I could just fuck it. That's why these third world countries and other people, they not tripping. Matter of fact, native black people really as a whole, we not even really tripping off this shit because we ain't never had shit anyway, for the most part. We ain't never really had shit, so this ain't nothing new to us. But to the commoner, the average person, now you running out of toilet tissue. Man, ain't that much toilet tissue in the world. You buying up all the toilet tissue as if they gonna be like, okay, now the grocery stores are closed. That's bullshit. Niggas just doing that because people are being told to do that. They're propagating that in the fucking media and then dumbass niggas buying everything else and flushing down the toilet. Oh, now I gotta call a plumber because motherfuckers is flushing the wrong shit down the toilet. Now who the fuck gonna pay for the plumber? My question is, who's gonna pay for all these utilities when you're not working? Has niggas thought about that? While you out here like, doing the Dame Dash and shit because you think you about to get some fucking check-in, mate. Nigga, you gonna be 2 months behind. So for all you people that are tied to the casinos, I yet don't see that they're gonna open them because of this pandemic, which will cause a strain on these casinos so out of line, all these businesses, which will then result to the crashing of the economic markets and all the non-essential businesses will fold and crumble. How they gonna be able to pay the people that's on their staff? I have never seen this in all the history of me being in Las Vegas, Nevada, where the strip is closed and downtown is closed and all the other casinos around Nevada are closed. I've never, ever, ever, ever saw that. I would have never even thought that would happen. But when you are destined to try to do something and you're gonna finesse it, or you're gonna use fear. And I'm not saying that people are not dying, but if doctors were educating people more on what to eat and what to drink and not farming them, no pun intended, and putting them on, oh man, I got high blood pressure, I got hypertension, okay. Well, here you need to exercise more, you need to drink more water. What's your diet like? No, them motherfuckers just want to give you fucking blood pressure medication. Oh, take these two. And in the pharmacy, they will call you, and make sure you get that shit. And if they not give you that, they give you steroid cream or some shit. Or steroids, period. Things that make your bones brittle and weaken your immune system. See, there's a lot of reasons why native black people don't want to go to the doctor. Motherfucker, hey man, go to the doctor to get a checkup. No. Go to a natural herbalist, a healer, who's gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. If all y'all out there don't think, nigga, you can't smoke this coronavirus away, nigga. So you go ahead and smoke weed all you want, but you can't smoke it away. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of meth heads probably ain't gonna catch this shit. It's always them. Them motherfuckers that walk around with the wiggly jaw and shit. You know what I'm saying? Acting like ain't nothing wrong with them. I just trip off a lot of this stuff, man. They run out of equipment. They run out of certain shit. It's like, we don't see that? Hold on, hold on, let's see.
Businesses shut down included 5 liquor establishments.
Uh-oh.
And a temporary shelter for the homeless now open on the upper parking lot of the Cashman Center. This all happening in response to Catholic Charities having to I'm Nina Pershunkla, and right now on your 13 Action News update, more than a dozen businesses have had their licenses suspended after not listening to the governor's orders. County officials say the 14 businesses shut down included 5 liquor establishments.
Oh.
And a temporary shelter for the homeless.
5 liquor establishments. So that means niggas gonna see? Because they know. Oh, niggas gonna still come here and buy liquor? I think Total Wine is definitely one of them. Talking about we're an essential business. No, you're not. You're selling liquor. Don't nobody need no liquor to survive, clown. What the fuck? I don't get people. I don't fucking get people. You have to treat human beings like dogs. You have to know what's best for them. That's why they treat us like sheeple. commoner, deaf, dumb, and blind people. You gotta herd them and usher in your agenda because people don't get it. If the governor tell you shut down, well, you know what? I'm only selling liquor, so I'm gonna sell as much as I need. And after that, I'm gonna shut my shit down. Cause I ain't trying to get fined. Niggas is like, fuck that. I'm gonna keep selling this shit until they shut me down. Fuck what you niggas is going through. And it's like, nigga, what? Cause it ain't my, nigga, you be better off just taking some of the wine and doing DoorDash with it. And including some wine with DoorDash. Like I was looking at one delivery pizza company that they was delivering pizza with toilet tissue with it. See, that's smart. We're gonna include a free roll of toilet paper with your pizza. But the thing about it is, it ain't that much shit in the world unless everybody running around with the goddamn runs and they peeing out of their goddamn asshole. Come on, man. Niggas just hoarding shit just to hoard it because in the United States of America Incorporated, we're greedy. Attitude reflects leadership. So we're reflecting what we've been taught, what we've been socialized. That's why most niggas don't know how to farm, like me. Most niggas don't know shit about electricity and plumbing, the things that you need, to me, as a native black man in this country to survive. How you survive in these times? Think about right now. Now niggas gotta go stand in line and hope and pray, you know, that they gonna have the shit that we need because we're so dependent upon the system, we don't know nothing else. And we don't even teach the children. Look, don't be so dependent on no fucking government. I don't give a fuck about you, especially if you are native black. Oh, and by the way, man, and by the way, yeah, you damn right, it's the China virus, the Chinese virus. And you watching all these coons and sambos sit up here talking about that's racist and all this other shit. Niggas always worried about everybody else. When the last time I checked, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, I ain't never seen no Chinese person worried about no niggas. They'll sell to you all day, but they don't give a fuck about you. Period. They'll take that shit back to their community and develop their shit. That's why you'll never see Chinamen in the lines to go vote, because they don't give a fuck about vote. You know why? Because they gonna get theirs regardless. That's why. And they're gonna peddle it to you and sell it to the deaf, dumb, and blind niggas. That's why they own liquor stores and gun stores and all this other shit. The Middle Eastern motherfuckers. It's everybody else in your fucking neighborhood selling you your shit, but you. And then when it's you selling it, niggas want a discount. Niggas expect a discount from another nigga, and it's like, well, nigga, but you'll go pay $5,000 for some Gucci that don't mean shit, because the Italians, for the most part, they don't give a fuck who buy this shit. They don't care. They even wear their own shit. They don't care. But you gotta go wear that. You know what I mean? But when it comes time to support niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. Period. Because we're not socialized to support our own. We're socialized to not support our own. Hate on each other. Crabs in a barrel. I'm gonna pull you down. I don't want to see you doing good because of my ego. I was watching this, already watched a documentary. It's called Mommy Dearest. It's about that lady from Louisiana and her daughter that was finessing the game, pretending like her daughter had muscular dystrophy and she couldn't walk, and she was just doing all kinds of finessing shit to make sure her daughter had to stay right up under her. And what I got from that is, you know, I'm about to get on a lot of these parents, man. Come on, man. We got to be better parents and better examples to your children. Tell your children and tell the people that's upon you, not even just your children, people that's younger than you. Tell them where you fucked up. Now, if y'all don't listen, that's on you. But you got to tell them where you fucked up. I'm always like, look, don't do like me. Be better than me. Because I fucked up a lot. I wasn't listening a lot. Trust and believe you me. In a time of crisis right there, you think a nigga want to be going and doing up? Nah. A nigga wish right now I could be the one out there passing out bottles of water and toilet tissue and helping out my community. But shit, I'm in such a position where I got to be worried about myself. Nigga, it's hard to even help somebody else because of not listening, not doing the research. No, I just want to look at East Bay sports books and buy Jordans and shit. You know, we want to look fly, but we not fly. We don't want to help each other. Support, man. Support each other, man. That's the thing I look at too. Hey, be better parents. Now, parents, don't be on no fuckery shit. There's a lot of parents out there that be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Hey, you teach your kids. Each one has to teach one. And a lot of kids, you gotta listen to your parents, especially when they tell you how much they fucked up. I think a lot of the times is we don't want to listen because we feel like, oh, they ain't shit no way. Like, he was like, well, I'm not gonna take advice for them. They ain't got no money. Ooh, okay, but you could be that way one day. That can too be you. And depending on what type of advice they're trying to give you and if it's from a place of love. Because a lot of times we don't want to receive love. We want to receive the hate because we thrive off that shit. We don't thrive off love, especially Native Black people, even right now. Even in this crisis right now, I bet you it's some Sambo or coon at a corporate plantation rolling their eyes at another nigga thing that they better. I'm telling you right now, I think it is very imperative that y'all niggas go check out that stock in the morning when the market's open. Just look at it. You don't have to buy nothing. Just kind of observe and watch it. Look at what's going on. Go get your Robinhood account and just look at the stock. And you like, well, I don't know how to get to the stock. You can go on Google and say top 100 stock. You can go on Robinhood. It's going to tell you the top 100 stock. I'm telling you, while we down here making bullshit moves, the dominant society, they already got their plan of what they doing. They're already rolling into motion. They know that most people do not plan for the future. I'm not saying I do, but they know most people don't, especially Native Black people, they don't plan for the future. Most Native Black parents, they don't give a fuck about the future. They care about right now, and they don't give a fuck about their kids when they gone. That's a fact. They planning for themselves because most parents, to me, not just Native Black parents, but most parents to me in this generation has been socialized to think about you and think about right now. Now, I will take it a step further and let's talk about Native Black parents. Now, I know it's a lot of Native Black parents in this pandemic right now. Go get you some life insurance. Get you some life insurance on you and on your kids. People don't give a fuck about no life insurance. They don't care. Because most parents are not worried about their kids. They worried about them. Because they're not taught to hustle for their last name. They taught to hustle for their first. That's why you got a lot of kids out there, in my opinion, that are being socialized to dress, to impress, but ain't got a quarter in their pocket. Don't even know exactly what's going to happen in the future. A lot of these parents, they're not even worried about retirement, not even just retirement. Okay, if I fall off, what's going to happen to my little brother or my sister or my kids? What's going to happen? What am I planning for? Because a lot of motherfuckers that I've seen observed, they Freestyle Fellowship. Freestyle Fellowship is a rap group based out of, I think, Laverne, California, or Pomona, or somewhere, San Bernardino, or some shit like that, or LA, one of them. And I like to call it Freestyle Fellowship because people just freestyle. They don't even know where they're going. They don't even have a clue what the fuck is going on. They just freestyle. And you can't freestyle life when you have people that are looking up to you or need you for guidance. No, you gotta have a plan. And I'm not saying your plan gotta be solid because I'm not saying that my plans have been solid. Let me tell you something. In the 2008 crisis, nigga, Warren didn't have no plan. Warren was just riding away. And when I wiped out and I was at the bottom of the barrel and I'm pissed off at everybody, working 10 damn jobs at one time type shit, I'm mad at the world because I didn't plan. I didn't look ahead. I'm looking at now like, well, I want to kick it and fuck it. I want to drink and I want to kick it right now. I wasn't thinking about, but what the fuck am I going to be doing in the future? Is a nigga like me going to want to work 10 jobs 10 years from now? See, I didn't look at that. Because you socialize a lot of times and just worry about what's going on in front of you. Not down the line. But after that economic crisis in 2008 and property value loss and then it was a recession, it was fucked up. And I was mad at the world and mad at the government and mad at President Bush and mad at all these people. And I started like, damn, for a long time. I would say from 2008 to about 2013, I was mad. But in between, I would say 2010, 11, and 12, I was listening to a lot of Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I was listening to a lot of his shit, and it didn't fuel my fire. It just opened up my mind about what the blame needs to be taking place. Like, okay, yeah, you can kind of blame them, but you need to look at yourself too. And you need to stop treating them like they supposed to help you. And that's a fact. And that's why, I've been listening to Farrakhan, I would say, 09, I listened to them like I told y'all before on podcast. See, I got unlimited data on Sprint. So while a lot of people on AT&T and Verizon, they couldn't listen to YouTube all day long, all day strong. But I could. Then, and this is when YouTube just started getting popping. So I was always on YouTube. Always fucking listen. I'm always ahead of the curve. I just don't know how to take advantage of that shit. Now I am. I'm knowing about that stock shit, so fuck it. That's why I bought some Taco Bell stock, some Del Taco stock, some Fatburger stock. I bought YMCMB, the weed stock. That shit was like 80 cents a share. Why would you spend $10 and get 10 shares type shit? Come on, man. The shit is at your disposal. But I think a lot of times motherfuckers be like, oh man, that's gambling. And it's always niggas that ain't read never book about it, they did no research about it, but they gonna tell you how to invest your money. That's the shit that trips me out. How you gonna tell somebody how to invest their money? At least you can say, well, I invested my money in this, this, and that. That's why it's so shocking and alarming when people get around me and I get they'll ask me questions about investments and I'm like, yeah, man, I got mutual funds, stocks, bonds. What do you mean bonds? I got bonds. Treasury bonds. You don't know about that? TreasuryDirect.com? What are treasury bonds? That's where you loan the government money. You loan them your money. And it appreciates with value. Yeah, I got mutual funds. What are your mutual funds in? Apple, Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway. Because a mutual fund ain't nothing but a pool of stock. And it's one pool where everybody invests. Basically, everybody's investing and you have a manager over that pool of money and then they put it into different investments like Apple, Microsoft. It's easy. Go get the books and read it. But niggas don't want to read. I bet you if it was a Jordan book, niggas would sit down and read. If it was Gucci and Louis, let me sit down and read it because you want to look fresh. Now, how you going to look fresh when you can't afford to pay none of your bills? That's the question I'm asking native black people. We going to look fresh all day, but how are you going to pay your bills? That is the question. How do you plan on paying any of your bills? That's my question. When this goes a lot longer than people think. It's probably going to go to May. By the time you get that money, shit will still be shut down, and that money that you receive, you will be back paying the shit that you couldn't pay from 2 months ago of being out of work. And for all you niggas that's out of work right now, I just told y'all, Smith's is hiring, Alberts is hiring on the spot. Get a job right now. If not, then that's on you. Don't go around your family members, smile a little bit and start crying and shit and want everybody to feel sorry for you too. Right now is not the time for niggas to get together and feel sorry for each other. That's some bullshit. Please don't come around me. First of all, I don't have time. Mentally, I don't have time. Physically, I don't want to make time. Time is valuable and precious, and niggas, in my opinion, we don't value each other's time. We bullshit, we play games. Everybody has the same 24 hours in the day. What you choose to do with your 24 hours is entirely up to you. But what I choose to do with mine is very precious, and I'm super busy, especially when I'm studying, I'm reading. I don't like to be bothered because I like to focus on what I'm reading. You should be the same way. Most people should. I don't understand why people just assume that the local government or the federal government is going to come in like the knight in shining armor. No, they need it to drop and fall to the ground so they can usher in a new system. Then you'll be begging for something new, right? Especially when there's no jobs and the economy is bad. And you know what? I'm laughing at these dumbass motherfuckers paying $800,000 for these houses. Watch the housing market. Man, they finna hurry up and build these houses so motherfucking fast. Let me tell you why they about to build them so fast. They're gonna build these houses so fast so they hurry up and sell them so they can get the fuck out of Dodge. Because they know they're raping and robbing people. See, the average builder, KB Home, DR Horton, Lion Home, Liberty, Touchstone, all these motherfuckers, they anticipated, okay, let's hear about, that's why they building like crazy. And they slap sticking up these houses and then selling them for a whoop-wop. This nigga's paying $700,000 for a 3,000 square foot home. When I know in 2008, 3,000 square foot homes was going for $250,000, $200,000. Are you serious? But yeah, because they know motherfuckers gonna buy it. Then you got motherfuckers selling their property out there in California, coming out here thinking, oh, I'm about to ball. Go ahead, nigga, ball. Nigga. Now you done balling with you. Now you done jumped in a real melting pot for real. And we're all on fire. And there is not, as it is, enough jobs to supply all the people that are in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's just not. That's why I be looking around sometimes at people like, especially my young millennials. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers don't get it. You don't have time to be tricky. If you're not self-sufficient and you don't have a trade like sheet metal, carpentry, plumbing, if you don't have a trade, you don't have any of those things, and you dicking around on these corporate plantations, and you don't give a fuck about not working, you're going to look up, you're going to be 30, 40, 50 years old competing with 20-year-olds. Then you're going to have to become a coon or a Sambo just to keep that employment. But people don't get it because we think that we got the answers. Look, no, I don't know. The more you know, you don't know. I tell you that. Hey, man, go look that up. Go look up that Bill Gates pandemic practice. I just run the pandemic practice. I was listening to this YouTube about this dude. Was like, yeah, I did the research on my own, and the CDC, the United States, owned the patent on the coronavirus. And then they're in cahoots with another pharmacy company. But for some sort of reason, we don't think it's connected. And we just think everything comes from China. Because, Chinese are the bad guy. They're the bad guy to Native Black people because they treat Native Black people like shit. And it's so funny how they can come to these funds right away for the American people, but the Native Blacks who built this country, they just get thrown on the wayside as if they don't even exist, right? Even though unemployment is going to be filled with Native Black people, right? But you cut that. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, man. I'm your boy, Warren G. If you're out there trying to fuck with a bitch, and you know the bitch is coughing and sneezing and shit, and then the bitch tell you, yeah, man, I got COVID-19, and you like, damn, well, fuck it. It ain't COVID-20. Let me put this Jimmy on and try to see what that mouth do. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.